top of the morning to you, boys and girls. It's the GOAT here, the greatest of all time, time, blow your mind, one of a kind, super mega sports travel. Now why am I whispering? And what's that noise? I'm whispering because it's early in the morning. There's neighbors over there, and neighbors over there. And I'm a guest in this country. I'll explain to you where I am in a minute. And I want to leave this country without being in the hokey pokey. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm whispering. Number two, that noise you're hearing is the air conditioning, which is a necessity here this time of year. This time of year is a Thursday, 21 August 2025. Now, boys and girls, what you notice behind me? What's the dominant feature? I get out of the way in case my head blocking anything. Even my head is pretty. Let's take a look. Boys and girls, we got three features here in the background. The main feature we got is trees in the foreground. Would you agree? Of course you would agree, because you can't disagree. That's what it is. Above them trees is all white. Welcome to Liberace City. They don't exist, I just made it up. Liberace City. You know who Liberace is? It depends on how old you are. If you're an old shit like me, you know who Liberace is. If you're a young person, you're like, is that a candy? No, Liberace was a musician. In fact, he was not only a musician, he was one of the first musicians that came out where it was G-A-Y, gay. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not gay, but people doing it, ooh, the AC turned off, now you can hear me better. But people doing it privacy on home, pardon my French, I don't give a fuck what you're doing your own home. You gay? Good for you. You bisexual? Good for you. You heterosexual like me? Good for you. I don't care what you're doing in privacy at home. Now that's just me. So Liberace was gay. The other thing about Liberace, besides being a heck of an entertainer, the brother looked white. He was like what Johnny Cash, hello, I'm Johnny Cash, was to black. Liberace was to white. Johnny Cash liked his black. Liberace liked his white. I'm talking about wearing white. And Johnny Cash wearing the man in black. So, all the buildings here in the capital, Ashgabat, are white. Now the roofs, I'll put up some pictures when I was flying in yesterday from Abu Dhabi, the UAE place to be. And now the roofs here are green, and the country's flag is green. And what was I wearing yesterday when I landed? I was wearing green. What am I wearing today? This ain't green. It's just a nice shirt, sleeve shirt. Now the other noise you hear, to be quiet. That's the sound of cars. What I've noticed about Ashgabat, it's a car country. They got public buses, don't worry, but they got them cars. In fact, I went to a football match yesterday, and I got a free ride home from Ronnie. Ronnie had his own car, and all the parking lot was cars. In fact, I'll put up some pictures, if I took a picture. Because on one side of the stadium was the parking lot, the other side of the stadium was a picture of me with the football game going on in the background, because I'm so pretty. Alright, so I'm gonna pick up a tripod. In fact, boys and girls, you got a white car below me. In fact, you can't have no black cars in the capital. This country got some weird rules. So where are you, Mr. Sports Driver? I'm in, what is that, a white car? Don't worry about it. What I like to hear. I'm in Turkmenistan. What is that? I've never heard of that place. Yeah, most people haven't heard of it. Turkmenistan. In fact, last night I got a little shit-faced, and I watched Turkmenistan MTV. We can watch it together. Just look for those videos. Maybe I'll link to it at the bottom here. So I'm gonna pick up a tripod because there's a mountain that way. You can see, play me some mountain music. There's a mountain right there. Now these aren't exactly, let's just say Mount Whitney in California or, Mount Fuji in Japan. These aren't big ass mountains, but they're mountains. This mountain's actually bigger than this mountain. But the main feature here you got, boys and girls, green trees and white buildings. In fact, there's a few former Soviet era buildings that aren't white. They're like mellow yellow. Now over here you're going to see what I believe is a national football stadium. Here comes the AC. Perfect timing. Let's do it. boys and girls, for your dancing and night and pleasure, I took the camera off the tripod and zoomed in. Did you notice that? The things I do for you, dog. Did you see the Olympic Stadium there? Actually, I don't know if that's the Olympic Stadium, but that's definitely a stadium and it's built into a pit. Would I lie to you, honey? Now you can see the mountain range. Actually, you can't see it because of some of these buildings here. But I'll put up pictures when I was flying in last night. Yesterday, I should say, from the airport. We'll put this back on tripod so we can go inside. And you see the lady that was walking? That's how the women dress here. I only shot the back of her head because I respect people's privacy. So boys and girls, we inside now. I can speak a little bit louder. I still don't want to wake up no neighbors. That's not how I would want to wake up me. What's this a crazy ass cracker talking to himself? So I'm in Turkmenistan, a former Soviet republic. When the Berlin Wall fell, when the former Soviet Union crumbled, all these countries became independent. Turkmenistan was one of them. Turkmenistan has pretty much had a dictatorship since the collapse of the Soviet Union. So I'm staying at the Grand Turkmen, and I would describe this place as what Tom Bodette will leave the light on for you. Motel 6 was at the beginning, before it just deteriorated into what it is now, which is a piece of shit. This isn't a piece of shit, but if they don't maintain the place, it's going to fall apart. So I paid $320 for 2 nights, but that also included my rides to the airport, and it included, the most importantly, my letter of invitation to get my ass in the country, which is not easy because this place is not visited. In fact, I was the only tourist on the plane. I stuck out so much, they gave me free food and drinks. The people here, they're very friendly, except for the poo boy here. He's trying to scam me, and I'm gonna have to, go all Joe Fringe on him, Sonny Liston, whoop him silly, like I did to Willy Nilly, who's still in hospital. AC is right here. I'm gonna give you a little tour. I did something pretty stupid yesterday, but I never said I was the smartest. I left my laptop in my carry-on, and not in my carry-on, in my check-in bag. And guess what happened to my laptop? Yeah, it's fucked. So I'll have to get a new laptop. I don't know when and where, but we'll figure it out. So it happens when you travel, boys and girls. Now last night, watch my Turkmenistan MTV videos. I felt so cool playing Mark Goodman. But Mark Goodman was never drunk. I was kind of drunk. But it makes it even a better video. So make sure you watch them. Because you saw that lady that was walking? Ooh, wait till you see some of the ladies in the videos. And the men. They're handsome people here in Turkmenistan. Alright, boys and girls, I'm going to give you a little tour. I never said I was the neatest either. You're going to see this is the life of a bachelor. When I mean this is sports travel, so you're going to whoop me silly. See, if you want me to stay in a relationship with you, you got to be neater than this business sports travel. Okay, here we go. Trust me, the laptop's fucked. I just turned it off somehow, some way. Beer number 1. Beer number 2. And from Russia with love, beer number 3. That's how I got shit faced last night. Watching Turkmenistan MTV. So here you go, you got a little fridge. There's our balcony. I can't even figure out how to shut the door. Now I'm busted. They're probably gonna throw me in the pokey, in the hokey pokey. And then let's go to the party. I had a party with myself last night. Let's go to the party. Pretty basic toilet. Now, boys and girls, whoa, Nelly. You know what? This tile's too slippery. I already broke my laptop. I ain't breaking my camera. Let's go inside. Let's go in here. I wanted to do something on camera. Speaking of mirrors, is a mirror here? Got ourselves a mirror here. So boys and girls, this message is for all the younger people that have brought a cancer upon our world. The selfie. I hate the selfie. Not a fan. You know what happened before we had the selfie? If you want someone to take your picture, you did something very, very hard to do. You just asked them, can you please take my picture? Now we got people going like this. We got celebrities going like this. Where's my phone? I can't even find my phone. Y'all stupid. Y'all look. You're taking pictures of yourself. First of all, what, you got no friends? You can't ask nobody to take your picture? Number two, you look like a fool. You got a hand. Your hand ain't in the picture. Ask somebody to take your picture. Hi, I'm pretty. Will you please take my picture? That's all you gotta do, people. Why are you whispering, Mr. Sports Traveler? I told you I don't want to wake up no neighbors. And plus, this place might be bugged. Hope you enjoyed the show. I got to go see the city, Kokomo.